schools. And now for today's SEL moment.
Today is Friday, March 8th, 2024, and it is Fun Fact Friday. Did you know? Without saliva, humans are unable to taste food. Applications for the 2024 to 2025 dancing dolls are now available in the front office for pickup. You can now pre-order your 2023 to 2024 Central Yearbook. The cost of this year's yearbook is $40. So, talk to your parents and start ordering today. Posters are located throughout the school with QR codes to scan for online payment. Cash will be accepted as well. Students who wish to pay with cash, please see Mrs. Barker in the library during lunch to make a payment. All of this information will be sent via Parent Square and through social media. For additional information about ordering a yearbook, you can reach out to our yearbook advisor, Mrs. Kersey, who is located in room 124. Thank you for your support. What's for lunch today? Chili and cheese walking taco, fiesta salad, charro beans, cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza, super salad, seasoned oven fries, cheeseburger, chicken smackers with garlic breadstick, buffalo chicken smacker with garlic breadstick, super salad. Seasoned oven fries, PB&J sandwich and cheese stick, nacho cheese Doritos, whole grain, reduced fat, super salad. The fruit of the day is Cool Tropics fruit punch.
Time for Time Rewind.
It's Time Rewind for March 8th. Production of the Volkswagen microbus begins in 1950. It becomes an icon of America's counterculture movement as the vehicle of choice for so-called hippies during the 1960s. In 1983, President Ronald Reagan refers to the Soviet Union as an evil empire for the second time in his political career, this time before the National Association of Evangelicals convention in Florida.
To ignore the facts of history and the aggressive impulses of an evil empire.
These two dudes weren't exactly evil, but they typically were up to no good. We're talking about Beavis and Butthead, their animated series debuts on MTV on this day in 1993.
That was cool.
Musically speaking, we rewind to 1980 and find Queen reigning over the singles chart with Crazy Little Thing Called Love. It's Queen's first #1 single. That's Time Rewind. I'm David Mendel.
Let's find out what happened today in history.
March 8, 1965. America deepens its military involvement in Southeast Asia as the first U.S. combat troops land in South Vietnam. 3,500 Marines arrive to defend the U.S. Air Base in Da Nang. Associated Press photographer Eddie Adams is there.
Their morale is high. They are dedicated. They have to help the Vietnamese civilians find a better way of life.
The Vietnam War eventually divides the United States and ends a decade later when Vietnam is reunified under communist rule. 1917, start of the Russian Revolution. Rioting and strikes against the Russian Empire break out in the city now known as St. Petersburg. By year's end, Vladimir Lenin and his Bolsheviks seize power. They later form the Soviet Union, the world's first communist state. 1854, U.S. Commodore Matthew Perry makes his second landing in Japan. Within a month, he concludes a treaty with the Japanese. That ends Japan's more than 2 centuries of isolation from the West. And in 1999, Baseball Hall of Famer Joe DiMaggio of the New York Yankees dies of cancer in Hollywood, Florida. He was 84. Today in history, March 8th, Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press.